This is our small soybean food plot. This is the same one that was completely hammered as of our last video, which was around December 1st. And it didn't really last them that long. And it's been, most of the beans in here have been gone for probably 2 weeks now. And the corn is completely gone now too. You can see it's all knocked down, and probably from the raccoons and squirrels got most of that. But next year it's going to be brassicas or all corn. Probably doesn't really pay to put beans in this little plot. And there's just poop and sign everywhere in this whole food plot. They just completely ate everything up in here already. And now we're going to take you over to our bigger soybean food plot, where we also have some brassicas in the bigger field over there. Alright, so this right here is our approximately probably third of an acre, almost half acre soybean food plot. There's definitely more soybeans out here for them compared to that little tiny eighth of acre strip back there. And this up here is just a little bit of a garden kale we bought and planted. And they're, as you can see, they're just starting to eat this stuff. And we had some of this at our house last year that they just stripped to a single stem. And you can tell this is, what is it, December 26th today? And it's like green as can be. It's one of the greenest things out here. And it'll stay green all the way into like middle of January. And we got some brassicas over here. You can just tell all these plants have been completely browsed off. Like this one. I was in here a month ago doing the other food plot update, and these plants were not this devoured. And you can obviously tell they're starting to turn yellowish brown, starting to decompose, and starting to smell in here. So this right here is a bunch of Dankin radish, and it's really decomposed and brown. I think they stopped eating on it now, but when you compare that to some wintergreens up there, you can just tell how much greener that is, and it's definitely a little bit better late season food for the deer. But they started eating on these Dankin radishes way back in mid-October, and that was actually the first species they actually browsed on. And here's one wintergreens plant, probably a Brassica, probably a forage rape or a kale plant there. But what I'm getting at here is the Dankin radish just doesn't last into December and January like some of the other Brassica species do that stay green a lot longer. And in another month or so, they're going to have this stuff probably just browsed right down to the ground. There really isn't that much left in here. They probably ate already over 50% to 75% of everything. My last update, this plant right here on the edge, it had more room to grow. It got real big. I remember almost every single one of these leaves was still there about a month ago, and now everything's gone basically. Just amazing how much. I think December is the month that the brassicas are the most attractive and get ate on the most. Alright, so this right here, like I said in my previous updates, this is just a little spot we sprayed off from all this grass on the edge of the cornfield. We just seeded in some Antler King's honey hole, and it grew up real nice. Tons of food left. I'd say probably not as much as I was hoping, but there's about 50% of the food I think is left, and there's some really nice big purple top turnip bulbs in here. They haven't really started eating on a ton of them yet, but there's definitely food in there left. And then right behind us here is our other Antler King's honey hole food plot, and we'll show you a little bit more of that in a second. Alright, so this food plot right here is the honey hole, Antler King's honey hole. This stuff has just been completely demolished in the past month as well. On my last food plot update video, there was not nearly this much browse on any one of these Brassica plants in here. There's more food here than there was in the other food plots, but it's definitely taking a beating like the rest of the Brassicas in all of our plots. We got a trail camera up over here. I'll add in some of those pictures at the end of this video. Pictures and videos. But yeah, like I was saying, December is definitely the month that the Brassica plots get hammered the most. There's just a lot more browse in here than what there was a month ago. Alright, so this food plot up on the hill here, this was all Imperial Whitetail wintergreens. And from the last food plot update I did, again, this one's got a lot more browse on all these Brassica leaves in here. Wasn't a ton of food here, but there's definitely still some food left. There's also with the one just down the hill there. And this right here is our almost 1 acre Brassica field. It's about half wintergreens and half beets and greens. Both are Imperial Whitetail mixes of late season Brassicas. And a lot of these, well, these are Dankin radishes right here. These have been pretty much browsed down for a while. But a lot of this food plot is already gone. unlike a lot of our other Brassica fields, this one has been getting hammered the whole year. You can tell there's just poop and trail coming in here like crazy. So this right here is just some straight dank and radish seeds we seeded in here. Just pure dank and radish. And then this, the green right next to it, is Imperial Whitetail wintergreens. See, the dank and radishes are great plants for like October and November, because they're actually the first Brassica type species that the deer started eating on here. But it's almost January and they're pretty much all gone or dead. Where the wintergreens is really, really green. There's tons of forage left for them. And they're just starting to hit some of this. There's quite a bit of food left in here on this side of the plot. All the way to the end here. This is all wintergreens. I hope you enjoyed this short little update of our Brassica plots and everything. We'll probably do another update maybe in end of January, early February. By that time, pretty much all of our food will be gone, probably. But yeah, guess I'll catch you next time, guys. See you then.